Welcome to the Burning Pallets Podcast, sponsored by Texsource. Here's your host, Ryan Boland.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Ryan here with the Burning Pallets Podcast, graciously hosted by M&R. Thank you, guys. Today we have, the whole day that we've had, Mike Hoey,
Hey, everybody.
The other guy on the mic, and then we have a brand new person off the street. I don't want to call this
street. We drug her off the floor,
off the showroom floor. We're calling it the street. Usually they have the middle floors with carpet. Nonetheless, Irys.
That's right.
And tell us your company name, and then we're going to try and tempt her last name.
Okay.
But tell us what you're doing, and I'll let you take it.
Wonderful. I'm Irys. I'm co-founder of a company called Everywhere Apparel. We're the most sustainable blank apparel on the market. We've done all sorts of screen printing and print testing on our garments. We make them out of 100% mechanically recycled cotton. So it's shredded cotton that we're respinning back into yarn.
So you're making it. You are doing it.
Absolutely, yeah. We do everything from procure the waste all the way up through milling the fabric. We do some full package programs as well, and we work with all the big screen printers here.
And where are you out of?
We're out of Los Angeles.
Okay. We're based out of East Coast, North Carolina. So we're a little ways away from home. But
the Carolinas are great.
Yes. So you do it all. I mean, you guys break it down, you mill it, and all that.
Absolutely. We do everything from find the waste. So we do big waste sourcing trips, Central America, Latin America, as well as North America. We sort the waste by material content, by color, and then we custom spin the yarn, custom make the fabric, and all the way up to the finished garment. I'm wearing one of the pieces right now. And it is the lowest impact fiber on the planet. So these are some of the most sustainable fabrics you can source.
So you got to have a lot of equipment to do all this. I mean, it's got to be a tedious job, right? I mean, I guess because I don't understand. Mike might understand the milling process.
A little bit of the
I
process.
Would not
know. Ring spun and the cotton, the longer the cotton, the better because of the way the fibers are and how fuzzy it is. So ring spuns are real tight. Who developed this? This wonderful, magical Willy Wonka machine to take. It seems like it was. This is an invention, right?
Well, so yeah, we actually use all existing infrastructure. We haven't developed a new machine. We're using machines that are readily available around the world. What we're doing is we're just facilitating the circular process. So, for whatever reason, people aren't leveraging the existing machinery we have to make more sustainable products. So that's where we come in. We're making some of the most difficult recycled fiber blends, and to your point, mechanically shredded cotton is a shorter staple fiber.
Yeah.
So it is more difficult to spin the yarn.
I bet.
It's more difficult to knit the yarn, the whole process, but it is the best for the planet.
Now, what about all the colors that, if you're getting recycled cotton, right? How are you, getting the red out of that, that's got to be part of the process, right?
Yeah, totally. It's a part of the process, and it can be a creative opportunity as well, because you can mix different waste, colors together to get some exciting blends.
Yeah.
But most of the waste is white, black, heather gray. White recycled cotton you can dye, so you can dye to match any PMS color. That's kind of like white recycled cotton is the PFD of recycled materials. But also you can do really interesting stuff, like you can mix speckle in different colors, create nice heathers. And then when you mix all the colors together, it's kind of like this nice recycled color. So we're actually working on like a recycled color range that's just different tones of mixed fibers.
And your sweatshirt is kind of got that speckled look to it as well.
Exactly.
Is that the logo for?
Yep, this is our logo. For those who can't see it, it looks like an eye, but it also could be interpreted as two hands around the earth. So it's protecting the earth. Yeah. And our goal is to create circular material systems in our industry and in apparel in general.
How well are you received by your peers in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to understand who our peers are. I think very few companies are really approaching it the way we are. So we do sell blanks into the market. If you Google recycled t-shirt, we're probably one of the first options. Or if you Google Everywhere Apparel, you'll see us there. So we have a range of blank apparel, but in addition to that, we also we sell materials to some of the biggest brand groups in the world. We're really trying to make this technology and what we're doing accessible
for every manufacturer.
Exactly, for every manufacturer. Yeah.
We've had a lot of podcasts that we've done all day today. A lot of it's about sustainability.
That's the key. We're going to walk away from this and say that was the number one key that everyone's talking about.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the way down to the inks, too. Our customers are the ones who have the carbon neutrality goals, the zero waste goals, and they want to know what's in the inks.
Yeah.
They want to know every single part of the process because it's part of their environmental accounting.
Yeah, and I would think the bigger brands, the giants out there, they sort of lead the way, and then that goes down through the rest of the industry.
Absolutely. Like even Apple announcing their carbon neutrality goal, I mean, I think that had a huge impression on the entire world. It's inspiring to every manufacturer, I think.
So back to the clothes or garments. You guys do all the work, and then you do all the milling, and then you guys are sewing them back together, right? I mean, that's
exactly.
So you're doing a lot. I mean, that's
You know, the best way to make something a reality is to just do it over and over and over again, and we're kind of the leaders in this whole circular materials, circular clothing space. So not only are the clothes made of recycled fibers, but we always have a code in the clothes where the end consumer can scan it, and then we'll take it back and we'll recycle it as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
So then this is probably a dumb question because I don't know your side of it. I mean, I understand the mills and all that stuff. I'm in the screen printing industry. I lost my train of thought. It was a good question too. Damn.
Maybe about
so inks that are already on the garments.
Sure,
I mean, so is that a dumb question? Like, what all happens with that? That's already decorated.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. We get asked all the time. So we do have to cut out the printed areas.
Okay.
So this is where we can always use like collaboration in the industry. You know, like how can we develop inks that will shred more easily, that will even biodegrade? That's mostly why I've been here. Is like I'm looking for new types of inks. You know,
have you talked to Tito?
Tito? No.
From Avian.
She just pointed at Avian.
Oh,
right?
I was looking at these bio inks. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
bioplastisol. I mean,
they're one of the the powerhouses in this industry, and that just a few minutes earlier he was talking about how they are trying to lead in this sustainability game with their bio inks.
Totally. There's bio inks, there's PVC-free inks.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, water-based inks are good, but when you discharge onto dark fabrics, you know, the discharge is just straight ammonia, so it's like not that sustainable.
Smells good when it comes out of the dryer.
Yeah.
And I like the feel of discharge so well too.
It feels good, yeah.
Yeah,
but it feels good, but it's bad, right?
Well, water-based printing, what I tell people is water-based printing on like light colors where you don't have to use discharge, that's like the most sustainable option.
So can you reuse that garment? Do you have to cut that image out because it's got water-based? I feel like that's easier to...
Yeah, we're testing being able to keep water-based printing on light garments and keep them going through a shredder.
The recycle.
Yeah. Because it's the ink itself, it's less gunky, you know, it doesn't get stuck in the machine.
Interesting. I'm just putting the whole process together because have you ever thought about that whole side of it? I mean, with what she's doing and recycling all the garments and then
I
mean, for years there's some brands that are putting water bottles and stuff in there.
Let's go. Let's talk about a competitor that is not one of would be our supplier, All Made.
For sure.
What is that different about plastics versus, I mean, I guess recycling? I don't know.
Yeah, so we're focused on mechanically recycled cotton exclusively.
Yeah. Okay.
We also do some chemically recycled cotton, but we do not touch any poly, including recycled poly. The reason for that is because when you wash garments that have polyester fiber on them, that plastic sheds into the water. So it creates microplastics, which we end up ingesting through our food, through our water.
So
even in our bottled water, they're finding...
Yes.
Yeah.
And apparel, actually polyester from apparel is a big contributor to that. So we've steered very clear of using polyester.
So am I going off on a limb by saying that that mixture of a garment is not as healthy as they are proclaiming? Or do we not want to talk about
No,
that?
you're totally right. Yeah, I mean, it's anything with poly, whether it's recycled or conventional, is going to shed.
So, I mean, I'll take that back. It might be bad or harmful, whatever. But it is, I guess, saving the environment and taking plastic out of the ocean and reusing it, I guess, in a way.
In a way, I mean, arguably using that plastic to make more hard goods plastics like plastic bottles, that's more of a circular pathway for that material. And in plastic water bottle, it's less likely to shed versus when you're taking that plastic, extruding it out, and then cutting it into these tiny little fibers, you are generating microplastics.
Yeah, you're making microplastics.
You're making microplastics.
You're making some bad stuff there.
Yeah.
And see, from a printer standpoint, when I got a hold of the All-Mades, I actually have here, I have some in our bags. I use them not to wear, just to cushion our equipment, because I'm not a fan. I hate to say it, I'm not a fan of the All-Made shirt, but for different reasons, for the printing reasons.
I see.
Yeah, so that's kind of what, and it was All-Made, and you're supposed to feel good about it, but the truth is I'm gonna wear a shirt based on how it makes me feel.
100%. I think also, I mean, from what I know, printers love cotton. I mean, I don't know if cotton is, poly blends can be more challenging, even from a color standpoint, right? A cotton shirt is comfy.
Yeah, and it's the easiest to print on. I mean,
and what's funny is what Poly's done. Polyester, they've made polyester mimic cotton to kind of fool us,
Oh, right.
Like
totally.
Like this is a blend, but this could be 100% polyester, but made to feel soft like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But the fibers are stronger, and it's more difficult to print because you can't mat them down to get a smooth print. But that's neither here or there. But I'm now against all polyester.
That's fantastic. I wasn't expecting
I'm
you
a
to
cotton
say
man.
that.
I've been convinced. One podcast, I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely feel like, consumers are becoming more and more aware of microplastics.
Yeah,
so,
of everything now.
It's in the news all the time now.
So the tag, when you put the tag back in the shirt, what is it? 100% cotton?
So the tag is recycled polyester. That's the trims are the one exception to that. We've looked into getting cotton tags. Unfortunately, you can't get them in tearaway, which makes us less appealing to printers. So our labels are tearaway. They are recycled though. They're just not. So I
feel like the tearaway would be more appealing to a printer. You're saying it's not?
Oh no, it is.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we've sourced recycled polyester trims, but our goal is to find a recycled cotton label eventually.
Why not print the label? That's a pain, but I'm sure it's a pain to do for your standpoint.
Well, you want people to be able to brand it, right?
True. Yeah.
And at least their trim is not this shredded up polyester that just flakes back into the ocean and gets into our our salmon dinner.
Yeah, I mean all of these points though, I mean down to the nitty-gritty details, even the sewing thread, like this is all the stuff that we need to be thinking about, because ultimately all of these components end up in the world somewhere, but our goal is to get everyone to return them back to us so we can continue to close the loop. But if they don't, they'll end up somewhere.
So you guys are when did you guys start? How long have you been doing it? What's any other locations? I know you're trying to grow, but any of that?
Yeah, so we started the company in the dead of the pandemic. It was a great time to start this company because so many big brands and bands actually had canceled tours, canceled events, so they had all this surplus merchandise they had nothing to do with. It was becoming obsolete very quickly, so that's where we stepped in to help people recycle those items. Meanwhile, we do a lot of post-industrial waste sourcing, so we work with big factory groups, we take their scrap, we work with brands to take their scrap, shred it down, and sometimes what we're doing is just taking their waste and turning it back into product for them.
Are you able to... It's probably you might not want to answer. Are you able to get those products without having to pay for them? Are you able to take the waste and take it over in, right, and then just respin it?
So it depends. I think a lot of brands we work with, they want to buy the material back from us.
Okay.
So they have sustainability goals. They're trying to show, that they have circular processes. So a lot of the companies are committing to buy the materials back. So we do get it, but then we give it back to them.
Gotcha. Interesting. So you're based out of here. You guys are wanting to expand, obviously, but I mean, do you have other places that you do this work out of? Because that's a lot of machinery to have in one location to achieve the goal that you're doing.
Yeah, so we actually work with partners at different points in our supply chain. I would say 80% of our process is here in LA.
Gotcha.
20% is in Mexico, and then we have a couple partners in Central America as well. And then, of course, most of the waste is actually in Central America because that's where all the big factories are.
That's where all the T-shirts are born.
Yeah.
That's where all the T-shirts are born. But the T-shirts tend to die here, but they actually end up dying overseas when they get shipped at the end of their life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a weird cycle. They're born in Honduras, they come to the States, and then when we're done with them, they're bundled up and sent, to Africa to be sold. And you see little kids running around with the wrong Super Bowl champion T-shirts that we tried to get rid of. Oh yeah, there's the famous tribe that's wearing the Super Bowl that the Patriots didn't win. Because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what you would do with them.
Yeah.
You would ship those things over where you thought nobody would see them ever again.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we also work with like licensed brands, who they don't want to. They don't want to have the risk of their logo ending up in a landfill because right now that risk is like 80+% that something will end up in a landfill at some point. So we do work with a lot of companies simply to collect unsold merchandise, shred it down, process it.
Yeah,
the loser shirts of the
get
Super
rid
Bowl.
of the evidence. You're getting rid of.
I mean, it makes it makes sense. That does all make sense.
They're cleaners. That's what they are.
Yes,
the mafia style. They're cleaners, but just T-shirts, not bodies, right?
Yeah, exactly. Cleaners.
Well, I'm going to feel your shirt while we're here.
Okay.
It feels like a shirt. I mean, it's good.
sweatshirt.
I mean, it does. I mean,
Yeah, it feels tough too.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a super heavyweight. We made this for a pop star who we might work with. She wears super heavy fabrics. So
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That'll get, if she believes in your cause, that'll help.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Cool. Well, anything else you want to add to it? I mean, so let's try and pronounce your name. Kornbluth.
Kornbluth. Kornbluth.
Nice. Well, appreciate you coming on. It's a clearly interesting topic off the wall. I mean, I would have never thought. I mean, I know it's a lot goes into it, but I appreciate you coming on to our podcast, talking with us. And anything else you want to add to it? Anything you want to throw in there? The company name again? Where you're out of?
Absolutely. So we're called Everywhere Apparel. If you Google recycled T-shirt, you should see us on that first page, or Google Everywhere Apparel. We do offer samples to printers. If you mention this podcast, we will give you a discount code to get samples.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
As we're going to be doing, I think we've done 10 or 12 of these today already.
Oh,
we got a bunch tomorrow, so it'll take us a while to get it loaded. We'll have tons of it, but it will be loaded, and it'll be on YouTube, Texsource.
Yeah. Cool. So it'll be a video like this.
Oh, yeah,
it's
100%.
going to be full on video.
Okay, nice.
So just
no edit. I mean, there'll be an intro and outro, but I mean, it's going to be just raw thrown on the internet.
Yeah. You guys are good. You guys are really good at this.
reach out to me, and I can send you the raw footage if you want to chop some of this up for your own social
I would
media.
love that.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I can even send you the discount code if you want to put it on the YouTube video.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's his area of expertise.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wouldn't know.
Affiliate. I'm your first affiliate.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for coming on. That was a pretty cool podcast that I would have never thought of. But thank you for joining us.
Unexpected.
Yes,
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you want to talk again, hit me up.
We're here all 3 days, so absolutely.
Cool.